He has a lot of people start coming out. That's for sure. A lot of people's gonna voice their opinion. The good, the bad, the ugly is gonna be out.
This goes to every black woman out there. Like, for people listening, like, for everything you want, you gotta pay a price. Some price are not worth it. Some price are not being. You don't stick in a place where you're being traumatized that you might not be lucky to find another man that will put you in the right place.
Now playing Connecting the Dots Among Blacks, the podcast.
All right. My name is Oyebanji Akins, and we're live on CTDAMONGBLACKS virtual section. And like you already know, for you that already be following us, I have with me with another person, Big Vic. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. What's up? What's in the play, Baba? Nice to see you, man.
You too. I'm glad it's been a new week. A lot has happened. You know.
Yes.
Bridge
Thank
the
God
gap.
we're still alive. Yep.
Yes, bro. So yeah, I think you're the one handling this particular, this.
All right, bro. Let's get straight to it, man. I see the hot.
What does the new P.Diddy video mean for the hip hop?
Yeah, what does that mean? I'm gonna ask you that question, bro. Like, what does this new P.Diddy video? What does it mean for hip hop culture and the whole saga? What does this entail, bro? Talk to me.
I think personally, for me as a Nigerian, a lot of Black Americans might say, people like me doesn't even have nothing to say. And personally, I've used my own experience to say, like, I've been in the room where people were like, we don't understand what goes on in this country. But fortunately for everyone, internet has made us to be really, really aware of a lot that's going on around the world. And if you Google definitely have facts. And even though most of the facts are being kind of toyed with. But to go straight to what you asked me, it's going to help hip hop. It's definitely going to shake a lot of rooms. A lot of people are already calling their lawyers right now, trying to make sure everything is intact. A lot of brand is going to be affected. And I think we're going to see a lot of new people coming up too. And we're going to see, some skeletons that we never thought it would come out. It's definitely going to come out. And I remember we did one episode where you talk about, what's this name, this man again?
Williams.
Yes,
thank Williams. You. Yeah,
I went to go watch the episode again and I realized it's like, man, everything is about to change. And I don't know what he sees, how he was able to foresee what is going to happen, but it's happening. Right. And I feel like some people has been put to silence for a very long years. They're going to start talking. And I don't think we're ready for the truth. And it's now, social media is influencing our thoughts where we all got to be careful of everything we see, every information going out there. Some people are exploiting this opportunity to be rich. Some people are exploiting this opportunity to take advantage of something that wasn't even real, And I always tell people, be careful of everything you're watching, you're reading, and don't be quick to judge. I'm going to say this, the same Kanye West that once praised Diddy was the same Kanye West that said, on that episode, I said, you sounded, I don't want to say the word like how he said it, because he said something about P.Diddy back then, and it's happening now. And it's hard for Black people because we don't have a lot of moguls in the music industry that have done what P.Diddy has done. That doesn't mean everything is bad. But yeah, that's my own take, saying people should be very, very careful of what information that goes out there. Don't mimic it for just your own sake, because who knows, you might be the next person. I think for me, P.Diddy has helped a lot of people.
Right.
A lot of people. And that doesn't justify whatever is out there that we're looking at right now. Before we get in now, when we saw the video that was kicking, I don't want to. Cassie, thank you for that.
I got you.
I was. That's just my own truth. I didn't like it. But am I perfect? Nah. But there's some things when you get to a level in life, you gotta control yourself about it, because you're becoming a role model for a lot of people around the world. And if you're only showing us the good parts and we don't see how you manage your bad parts, it says a lot about you. That's P.Diddy how many years ago? I don't know how many years that video is, but is it the same P.Diddy today?
2016 or 15.
Yeah, so 2016 to 2024 now. Is he still living in that world? If it is living in that world, then that says a lot. But he has changed. That says a lot. I'm not in his world to understand what goes in his world or how he managed, but I know it's a heavy load, especially when you connect to a lot of people that makes them to make millions. I might even say billions. And that's just my own take about it. What is your own take about this video going out?
I mean, I think you've touched a lot of you've touched a lot of topics. You've touched a lot of what I'm actually about to say. Just to piggyback more on what you're just saying, it's really the same thing. I feel like he has a lot of people start coming out. That's for sure. A lot of people's going to voice their opinion. The good, the bad, the ugly is going to be out, whether we like it or not. People that have been holding down for so long of trying to get back and try to get a plus on him or try to get a up on him. For so long, for years, has been waiting to put him down. They were going to come out. This is the time for them to. This is the time for them to say, you know what, this guy has held me down so much. Like I can't even do this. It could be financial reasons. It could be a record deal. It could be just partnership, friendship, whatever it is, sexually, whatever. They're gonna come out. This is the time they feel like they're gonna come out and expose. They feel like this is the time they want to expose him or speak their own truth. Their truth could be fake, could be real, but whatever it is, they're gonna talk. That's one. For the culture, it's we don't have a lot of moguls. We don't have a lot of hip-hop moguls. We don't have a lot of people that we look up to, in hip-hop. Not a lot. There's only like few of them. Who counts our hands. There's not a lot. He's one of them. He's been there for years. He's been there for generation and generation to come. He's been there for decades and decades. So now, who do we look up to now? Because even the people that are also like close to him, that kind of rub shoulders with him, are also kind of like in the list of this so-called fraternity or so-called Diddy party and so-called investigation, whether I would like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Are they? Yep. Do they have anything to do with it? We don't know.
I think everybody's careful now. If everybody's careful.
That's why everybody had to, right? Everybody, like you said, everybody lawyered up. Everybody lawyered up. Everybody has to go get a legal representative to make sure, like, listen, what's my name? Is my name in there? If it's there, how do we take care of this? How do we move? What's our next step? So much. It's just families are affected one way or the other. Cassie, when it tells you a lot, because when this allegation came out, when Cassie sued him, like the way he actually settled the matter so fast, everybody was like, this is something, like nobody's ever done this so quick. So that tells you a lot. Hip hop, we've had a lot of setbacks in the past, and also a lot of new people came out and still rescued us during those setback times. There's still some uprising moguls that we're still going to have to look up to. I don't know about this generation, not our time, but because we don't have a lot.
Do you think we have anybody right now?
We don't have a lot. Like I can't even mention 5 in my thing. I'm just being honest. I can't. There could be. I'm just talking about in hip hop in general. I'm not talking about.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true though. I just thought about it because
right.
You
can't mention a lot. Yeah, you can't mention a lot, bro. You can't mention with your 5 fingers. You can't count.
Can I ask you a question though?
Go ahead.
Do you think this is gonna affect hip hop in terms of growth? I'm not gonna mention, but I saw T-Blaze. I don't know if you know T-Blaze from
yeah. Tiwa Savage. Yeah, Tiwa Savage. Ex-husband.
When it wrote some things about P.Diddy, and I see Seun Kuti, put in the comments saying, "What does this mean? Like, is he dead?" But then I see that I realize like some people have idolized some people, and P.Diddy has helped a lot of people. But like you're saying, what do you think the state of mind of a lot of hip hop artists is gonna be with this case going on? Do you think some people gonna feel like, because right now everybody got to be careful whatever you say about this topic?
Oh yeah, because it's you can't be in the middle ground. If you actually see what's going on, like people actually commenting or like posting on X, on Twitter, or on Instagram, you could tell it's either you're for or against. Nobody's actually staying in the middle ground because you can't be in the middle. You got to pick sides. This is one of the things that unfortunately you got to pick sides. So, but lately from the videos, nobody's actually like sticking to Diddy's side because of the video was so dramatic, was so traumatic. Also, left a lot of bad impression. So much like it's disdainful actually to watch. Cringing, like it's horrible to actually see what this girl actually went through. It was so I can't even start it just going back.
I'm glad she talks though. I'm glad she did take him to court.
Right.
And I'm saying this to say personally from being in this world for a while, what I've learned is nobody's perfect. I don't think
absolutely not.
Perfect. I saw an article when somebody breaking down about Cassie saying, she moved from a very good husband to date somebody that's the head of everything. And the guy was saying that she deserved everything she might have went through, but I don't support that. And now they were like saying she's in a happy home. But that says a lot of, I'm using this to branch a little bit out, saying this goes to every black woman out there. Like for people listening, like for everything you want, you got to pay a price. Some prices are not worth it. Some prices are not being, you don't stick in a place where you're being traumatized that you might not be lucky to find another man that will put you in the right place. Because Cassie is she's lucky to find a man that's, stood by her, because that's big, even going after that big name, I'm sure they will have talked in the house like, okay, I want to do this. There's a confidence of me, like, I got to do this. And that have opened so many things that people have speculated in the past that there's no fact. And I still don't know why this time around, CNN was able to get their hands on the video. Why wait this long? Was it because, a lot of information is out there saying P.Diddy paid $50,000? How true it is? Nobody knows.
That was actually, if I'm not mistaken, the $50K was he paid to get the tape from the hotel. When this happened,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's rumor that we all got to be careful now how we jump on those informations. But I'm just saying, like, why now? Why now, though? Like, what makes somebody to hold on to that? And thanks to Cassie still trying to sue Diddy, because if that didn't happen, I don't think nobody would have been able to even have this conversation. And I just don't know how we're gonna move forward as hip hop in general, music for black people in general, Afrobeats too.
I think one thing you just asked how we're gonna move forward in hip hop culture. I feel like time heals all. It might not be our time, but we're gonna move forward. It's because time heals all. Time heals all. This too shall pass. I feel like if hip hop still continue going on the genre, we still have some great artists. We still have some great uprising artists coming up. Some in the next 5, 8 years, 4 years from now, 10 years from now, some business moguls that are in hip hop culture. They're gonna still. Oh yeah. The fact that we can't see it now, but I'm a believer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a believer.
I know we're definitely gonna grow, but there's a lot behind the story before this case. Now, don't forget that there's been this unfinished story about who killed Tupac. P.I.G. All is gonna come out now. So I don't think we haven't seen anything yet. That's what I'm saying. Like, how are we gonna move?
I agree.
These are the names we loved, we idolize.
Right.
Listen to their songs. P.Diddy is somebody that P.Diddy actually, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I own it because I put it out there. P.Diddy was the reason why this podcast exists, and I will tell you how.
Okay.
When COVID time, it did drop a code saying if you can't figure out what your life is gonna be in the COVID time, forget about it. And that is how we hear now. But now seeing what, all the evidence, how will people be able to differentiate his work ethic from his personal life? That's what I mean by saying, how do we grow from this? So I just want to hear your opinion, like, how do we split his downside not to affect what he has done, though?
Unfortunately, this is my opinion. You can't, when you're in that public figure, people just don't take half and take, especially when you've done something this outrageous. You know what I'm saying? This is not like, oh, I have a wife, we decided not to work together, or I cheated or something, or like a basic things that most men do go through, or I was into me and my wife just decided to split amicably, like peacefully, and and this is different. This is a video's out. You're in a place. You are powerful. You're not a regular Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're a powerful. You're a powerful man. So that means you feel like you're on top of the water. You could do whatever. So it's hard for anybody to. They can't. Right. So it's hard. People are not going to put you in the same pedestal like they put everybody else. It's not going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Because of that level, because of the level of authority that you uphold. So it's not the same. It's not the same. So they're not gonna say, "Oh yeah, you know what? Let's separate this good thing you've done and separate." No, unfortunately, this is a stain, is a dent, and will ever be a dent in your career for the rest of your life. How do you go from here? How do you move from here? It's it's only God. It's just it's your family. It's just you and your family that could So unfortunately, but that's my opinion. That's what I think. From here on. That's just what I think.
I'm glad, and for the record, I don't support anything TD have done when it comes to this part, because I feel like the lot's gonna come out. But the only thing I'm trying to, for me, I'm gonna say this personally, is I'm glad it comes out, because it helped me to live a better life. And when I said a better life, it's not like I'm living in this world. Anybody go around saying anything about me, but I don't. But it makes us understand sometimes we got to be careful of people who kind of idolize, because what you idolize sometimes might not be what you're supposed to. You could create your own way of life and stick to it. But it's good because we don't have a lot of black people that have made mistakes. We have a lot of white people that have made mistakes. We don't have a lot of black people, and that shows to let us know how.
And and I think when you use the word idolize, and I really I see, I don't want people to always, because like you say, everybody makes mistakes, but what kind of mistakes we make, it's very, very important. We all make mistakes. So if I'm idolizing someone, I should always put in the back of my head that this person is not perfect, and this person has some dark secrets that I don't know about. That's how I see things, and that's how I see life. Everybody, all those people that we idolize have some dark secrets. It might not be in this aspect of what Diddy has for shown or Diddy has actually portrayed. It might be other aspects that is still totally in a shady kind of lifestyle that we don't know about. So if you're idolizing someone, for anybody out there, for our listeners, our viewers, if you're idolizing someone, just always put that at the back of your mind. Say, whatever is attracting me for this person that I'm idolizing, I like this. Just stick to that thing alone. Don't add. I know it's hard. You want to put the whole perspective of the person's family, life, relationships. Oh my God, no. If it's the person's work ethic, stick to the person's work ethic. If it's the person's relationship that the person is enjoying or whatever that you want to admire, if that crumbles, just know the person is not human. You understand what I'm saying? So, as much as we're having all this, we're trying to idolize those kind of things. Let's also put at the back of our mind that nobody's perfect and nobody's good. You understand? We all gonna make mistakes.
For the record, I don't idolize his word. I idolize his work ethic.
Work ethics, exactly. That's why I brought it.
So to put it out there, I'm glad, because when you said that, it makes me to rephrase how I said, like, I don't know his word. I don't have to know his word, but I just how he moves and how he motivates people. Staying on top of his game in his age is a lot, but I guess for every good thing come with the other side of everything. So it's been wonderful. We wrap on this one. Wherever to anybody out there, I'm gonna use this opportunity to say, if you're a woman out there and you're dating somebody that you feel like they have it big, please, if you can't come out to talk about it, just leave. You don't have to tell the world, but when the time comes, have the confidence to express your truth. To let the world know. Cassie was able to do that. And that's opened a lot of big hole in the hip hop, in even to any part of the world, because a lot of people have used hip hop. Afrobeats use hip hop to grow. Absolutely. Now that this is happening, I can talk about Afrobeats and hip hop. I don't know. I know there's some other kind of genres all around the world now that I look up to these people, and finding out things like this reshape this generation, like you said. It reshape how we see ourselves. But this is what we have for this particular topic, for this new video, because the reason why we're doing it is because of the new video. Like, how would a man of that caliber try to still want to put the hands of a woman that you loved and you care about? Says a lot about people you don't even love about. So from my own hand, this is all I have before I give it to Vic to take us off this particular episode. Please, for anything you're doing, make sure you're doing it for the good reason. And if you find yourself having some bad habits, keep working on yourself before it becomes where God will put you out, because I feel like God have to do with this. And for me, whatever you're doing, it might not make sense to people, but if it's genuinely for good cause for this generation of this world, keep doing it. In the future, it's definitely going to make a sense. I remain Oyebanji Akins, and I have with no other person with me, Big Vic. So Big Vic, take us over this particular episode, please.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Big Vic. That's what I go by. We just want to thank our listeners and our viewers, those of you actually that are actually watching us in passing or religiously. We thank you very much. Just keep watching us, keep listening to us, and we'll continue to give you guys the best content that we can. All right. Until next time, we say love, peace, and joy as we continue to connect the dot.
Thank you. Peace
Thank
out.
you.